they hide the secrets with Templar Assassin. There you go. How's
Yeah.
that for a lore transition for
That
you?
was a good one. Yeah, I mean, this is
Thank you.
good because she can just sit in either mid or safe lane. So this is a really sick pick from Hokori
10
here. I know Guts
seconds
plays
remain.
this really well. And Yuma, I'm not so sure. This doesn't seem like a
5
Yuma hero to me, but at the
seconds.
same time, he did just play Clinks and played it really well. So
Hmm.
ranged carry is not outside of his wheelhouse. I'm just weird. It's weird seeing him on anything that isn't a Magnus, basically.
I mean, he can play other things. He's a real gamer.
That's true. I know.
Yeah. Oh, we actually found out that there was absolutely no reason for the previous game to be in US East. We thought that the players were all located, or well, Yuma was located inside Europe, but they're all actually in Peru. Every single player on both teams.
Really?
Yep. I'm
So
not sure if you were reading the lobby chat.
that's interesting because I was lied to then by one of our admins. How dare
Hmm.
he?
That's fine. I think he ended up standing correctly. So everyone has 0 to 2 ping right now.
Radiant's turn
Okay.
to
Yeah.
battle.
Impressive.
Beastmaster.
Okay. 5 tied Beastmaster off lane. So this is actually kind of cool because you do struggle so much in this as this Tide Hunter, like into this Monkey King. And you just pick up a Beastmaster instead. He doesn't really care all that much about the Ogre or the Monkey.
10 seconds
Yep.
remain.
I mean, they can still switch things around a little bit, but I think anything other than what
5
you just mentioned
seconds
would be
remain.
insane. At this point, Hokori, they can just ban out the Faceless Void. They get rid of the Razor instead. I mean, it's pretty good against the Templar Assassin, but I feel like Faceless Void is still a significant problem.
I think they're going to try and flex the Monkey King now if with this Beastmaster pick and maybe try and pick something that dominates the Beastmaster lane. I really like the Troll Warlord ban there because that's one of these heroes that just absolutely dismantles Beastmaster. But one of the other ones is Phantom Lancer. Phantom Lancer makes Beastmaster's game so unplayable.
5 seconds remain.
Yeah, the Wild Axes, as well as just being able to, like, the mischance that you get on your Hummel the Overlord creep and the Boris is just miserable to deal with. He clears up the board pretty quickly. You can end up feeding a lot of XP if you let too many of your boars go down. So definitely worth banning out the counters as position one to the Beastmaster to secure himself a good game.
10 seconds.
I mean, picking the Beastmaster into the Doom is a little bit weird as well because the game goes on.
5
You can just get the
seconds.
Doom. Devour targets ancients.
It's not a
You
good
get
talent
all the
though.
farm
You
on the
really
board.
don't want to have to pick that one up compared to your other
I mean,
talents.
I mean, it's like a 6,500 gold item that you're countering out with a talent,
Oh no, I
and
know.
like
I'm
a
just
large
saying,
part of
like it feels
Beastmaster's kit.
bad doing it, but it's
Yeah,
definitely worth it. You can't really afford to let Beastmaster run around with those.
yeah.
Radiant's turn.
They ban out
Getting
the
rid of
Ember
the Ember
Spirit.
Spirit.
Okay. Another good pick
So,
there is they would have just potentially flexed the TA to the safe
really?
lane.
I mean, that is surprising to me. I feel like Ember Spirit is one of the heroes that aren't as good against Invoker.
It's not that bad. You just go max Sleight of Fist, Orb of Corrosion.
Yeah, but none of the
10
harass actually
seconds
sticks on him
remain.
because he's got Quas, and you can't end up maxing out your Flame Guard in order to shove the Wavens.
5
Otherwise, it
seconds
just
remain.
gets dispelled by Tornado. I feel like it's a lose-lose scenario for Ember Spirit.
We'll see what they end up doing here. My guess, I mean, I really don't know. It looks like it is going to be gearing up to be like a 4-position Monkey King potentially with a better safe lane
Dire's
matchup.
turn to
Yuma
battle.
Mag. Yeah.
Behold the horn of Magnus.
There we
That's an
go.
absolute classic.
This is one of his best. This is arguably his best carry. People like kind of forget that he plays this, to be honest, but this is an absolute classic.
And I mean, it's
10
surprising that
seconds
they've got,
remain.
the Monkey King here with two things that can buff up
5
melee heroes quite a
seconds.
bit, and just no melee heroes to take advantage of it. But yeah, it is going to be Yuma on this Magnus almost
Magnus is going
certainly.
to take use of it.
I mean, yeah. And they end up going for a Bloodseeker as the last pick here. I mean, it is super good against the Monkey King and the Templar Assassin. Magnus as well. I mean, Blaziken can put in some serious work, so they're going to be running this in position 1 this game. They don't go for the Faceless Void like I thought they would, but both drops fairly solid. I'm very happy to see Yuma on his Magnus again. The man absolutely pops off every single time he plays this hero.
Yeah, it is going to be sick. I'm excited to see how this one goes. Overall, I think I'm not 100% sold on this like last pick Bloodseeker, but we'll see.
You don't like it?
Not 100%.
Is it because you saw the Battle Fury Bloodseeker not work out when God King was playing it? Is that why?
A little bit.
It's gonna be different.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's gonna be different this time, I promise.
That's what they always say.
All right. You know what? I prefer Infinity's draft. I'm gonna come out and say it. I think as long as Beastmaster has a reasonable enough game, then they will win this. Thoughts?
I think you're correct. I think you have Templar Assassin into one of the best matchups mid. You've got an Ogre Magi giving Bloodlust to both Magnus and TA. Vitaly's not going to struggle too much in the off lane. He'll still find farm. I think this is a pretty good game for the side of Hokori. I think they've got a solid draft here. Lanes-wise, I think their lanes are really solid.
Right, well, we'll have to see in just a moment.
I do love the heaven-piercing shoulders on the Invoker, though. This was like a classic. This was like one of the most sought-after like pieces. Like
it's gone. They now have the Child Invoker.
Oh.
Which I think just ends up deleting it, right?
Yeah.
It looks completely different anyways. I hate Child Invoker so much.
I love the Child Invoker because I have Dark Artistry Child Invoker. And it's worth it.
I'm sure.
You're crazy.
Wow.
Thank you, PP.
So.
You're crazy.
My powers are already beyond that limits.
The Dark Artistry Invoker set is so good, and the fact that they just like gave it to Child Invoker was huge. It was one of those things that like everyone was just pissed when they gave him the Persona, because they're just like, yo, you just got rid of like arguably one of the best sets in the entire game that wasn't an Arcana, and it was borderline an Arcana. It changed so many spells, and it looked so good.
Yeah. Uh-oh, this guy doesn't have the 300 Sunstrike kills he needs for Apex Invoker hair on
the hair. I know.
Is it really 300? That's insane.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I actually can't believe that they did that. I don't know how you're ever supposed to get that.
I mean, I guess Cataclysm will eventually do it, right?
Sure, but even does Cataclysm count actually?
And counting.
If it doesn't count, then that's insane.
It's got to, because it's still technically the Sunstrike ability that's casted.
Yeah. It's Sunstrike damage. I'm sure it counts. I need to really dive into the hat lore. This man is a level 29 Invoker, by the way.
Oh, I'm aware. I did say as soon as they picked it, PP's Invoker is one of his most played heroes. He's very good at this hero.
The look on your face.
Well, we'll see how he does against the Templar Assassin matchup in mid lane. Again, I'm surprised that they ended up banning out the Ember Spirit, especially if he's so practiced on the Invoker. Maybe they're just worried about, actually, I have no idea what they were worried about with that Ember Spirit pick. No idea. Maybe they wanted to force a TA matchup in the mid lane. I'm interested in watching this, how this bottom lane goes. I don't think there'll be too much action in the top. Doom will just eat creeps and then walk away, and that's going to be it. Down here is where the action is.
Is it? Okay. I was watching the mid lane matchup of TA and Invoker because it's so interesting.
And if you say so. I don't think either of these people are going to be doing anything.
See, the first wave of CS is so important.
I mean, it actually is, but yeah, PP's getting bodied here.
Yeah, this is what happens. Once you get the quick level 2 refraction, you can start denying, and that's when things start to become a little bit more difficult.
Mm-hmm. He's playing against the hero that's pretty far back, so he's not going to go meld at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Top lane.
Top lane. Genic. Gosh, into the Blood Rain. Doesn't actually dodge it there with the Mischief. Nice attempt, though. But ends up just getting Chingu Mastery, and he's fine. He's against double melee lane. It's actually not that hard for him to do this. Goes back the other way. Blood Right coming through again. He gets level 2, though. Found the strike onto 2. Pops the Fairy Fire, trying to keep himself alive. One more auto attack. He gets first blood onto the Bloodseeker. And Vitaly just going to sit in lane here on the Doom. No big deal.
Yeah, Bloodseeker really trying to take advantage of that level level advantage he had over him, but he had level 2, ended up healing up just enough with that boundless strike that they couldn't take him down fast enough, so managed to get out of there and get the kill first. This makes the lane a little bit easier for Monkey King now. You got all this extra money to work with.
First blood money is going to go the long way. It went actually just straight into a magic and some regen. Balance strike will slow them down here. They are just going to continue to play as aggressive as possible while the lane is easier for them. Once this Doom gets more levels and more items, like you're not able to just zone him out at all. Same with the Monkey King. Like multiple points in Jingu is going to make it so difficult.
Yep. Managed to pull. We're already gets 2 creeps out. Not bad. We will push in this way. Again, I just try to keep people as low as possible so they aren't able to keep up with this aggression.
Pop the balance strike there to get the next Jingu stack.
Bottom lane. Mariano dropping very low.
Oh, he is. Fire Blast comes down, and an auto attack from Yuma is going to find the kill. Okay. On the board in both of the side lanes now here for the side of Hokori.
Well, not a bad start to this game. 1,000 net worth, more than 1,000 net worth already.
I mean, just look at mid lane as well. 18-1 to the 12-1, and Guts, he'll be able to just continue to farm. Like, he's not really going to get pressured too much by the Invoker. Like, at some point, you just go and start clearing stacks in the jungle as well.
He can't really take advantage of being able to burn his mana and slow down his farm that way. He's going to sit as low as possible. Might end up losing Pamplona.
I think he got skewered under tower, maybe? Yeah, looks like he did.
Yep, he did.
That's a Yuma classic. This dude is so good with his skewers. If you're out of position at all, just pulls you right back into the tower. And it's one of the benefits of playing like the Magnus in the safe lane. Normally the creep wave is so close to the tower.
Yeah, I know. Been blown only level 2, so no wind run in order to get out of that one. Otherwise, to be able to dodge most of his tower's attacks as he leaves. This guy's level 3 now. Certainly he puts a point of wind run after that.
Yeah, probably. Guts gonna refill his bottle here in the mid lane on that water rune. Still has the bounty rune to work with as well if he wants to, but giving a lot of damage up to the Bloodseeker top. Speaking of which, Genic has to pop the Boundless Strike there. Doesn't end up connecting onto the Bloodseeker, so nice little sidestep from him, but they still haven't managed to take him down. Still got 10 wand charges as well as the Fairy Fire. Oh, Vitali actually might have come a little bit too far forward there, and he's going to pay for that one, and it's just going to turn into a double kill as Bloodseeker is just so dang fast. Never mind, nice dodge there on that Bloodright once again with the Mischief.
Yeah. It's a decent window to do it now. You have 0.2 seconds, so and that is a lot of their Bloodseeker's harass inside the lane, so he's not taking advantage of his Bloodright, he's just melting.
Yeah.
But he's only put one
gets
point into it.
Another skewer under the tower, this time onto Mariano's Beastmaster.
No. Bloodseeker's gonna top his HP back up. He's, chose to go multiple points into the Thirst here, rather than putting extra points to the Bloodright, because he figures Monkey King is just going to be able to dodge it out, and a lot of times it would be him with the harass. Speaking of
Bloodseeker getting ran down, Boundless Strike, plus plenty of damage from the 2 points in the Scorched Earth. Good setup there from Vitali, and Dad, I guess thought he was tankier than he was, but a lot of damage that comes out from these two heroes if they're left to do so. Oh my god, have you seen the CS charts?
Yeah, Templar Assassin is popping off. A lot of these, I think part of these are neutral creeps though, small camps. So you're not actually super far ahead in CS, you're only like 300 net worth up on the Invoker.
Blaine Vitali trying to make it outside of the Bloodright, does just barely, which might have saved his life. So he gets the Scorched Earth off and will try and just make his way back to the base. Does happen to have the Chainmail and the Windlace, so quite fast. Going for first item, Phase Boots. Genic back to the top lane. Gonna do a lot of damage to Tidehunter, and on his way to the Orb of Corrosion.
Yeah, Tidehunter actually has to be careful. You're sitting pretty low. Might just have to pop himself. He took all that damage from walking a little bit too far forward. Bloodseeker just doesn't feel like he has enough HP to walk forward into these heroes right now. With 3 points in the Scorch Earth, if you try to commit onto him, with this Doom, you end up melting pretty quickly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Templar Assassin just doesn't want to deal with the Invoker anymore, so it's moved over to the jungle.
Once again, Try to make the play here onto Doom. They go for the turnaround, and Tidehunter gonna give up his life here. Can't reduce that scorched earth damage, and yeah, I mean, every single time they try to make this play onto the Doom, he's feeling pretty strong. Tornado off the mark there of the Monkey King, and they will still be able to find the kill here thanks to the cold snap damage. But I mean, you're not finding the Doom. This is just a support Monkey King that you get for this rotation.
Yeah, this man has almost no net worth to his name, and Doom is very happy able to walk away from that one. But yeah, Tornado off the mark to slightly from both those heroes. Now he's got to walk back over to the mid lane. Templar Assassin is following like crazy while this happens. I mean, he was looking 300 net worth a moment ago. Now he's at 900 up on this Invoker.
There is little hope for Radiant.
Bottom lane, Mariano gets caught. Rotation in from this Monkey King helps sets up another kill. They commit the RP as well, and Yuma now dominating here, basically right at the top of the net charts as well. However, Genic ran right into Pamplona and PP. They're gonna grab a shackle into an EMP, and you will bring down that Monkey King one more time. So they are finding some kills on this Invoker, and resetting those earn charges or getting those up this early in the game is super important.
Normal gold is boring, but this?
Yeah. I mean, the charge is, especially against the Templar Assassin, to be able to burn her down, her refraction charges are absolutely huge. I mean, he hesitant to commit onto him, especially when he's sitting so close to the tower. They can turn things around with them fairly quickly, but as soon as fights start breaking out, these earn charges are going to be incredibly useful. In fact, he to try to take advantage of them in the top and hopefully lands this one.
Rupture on the Doom here. No way out of this one. I'm sure EMP is going to connect, and PP will grab himself another kill, and that is finally
a vitality booster. First part of your, well, second part of your earn.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Spirit Vessel. Spirit Vessel.
I mean, that's so important. You need the Vessel this game, like, really badly. The Invoker is going to be a lot of your space, or a lot of your early game rotations, a lot of your space, and for this Bloodseeker is once him and Beastmaster get roaming, it becomes pretty scary.
Yeah, Beastmaster's behind where he needs to be, and Invoker's behind this Templar Assassin, though. 2k net with disadvantage overall. It's still a pretty long way off. Yep. You've got Helm of the Dominator coming out now, right? No, he's got he's working on Vlad's first. What?
That's a little bit interesting.
He's got Phase Boots Vladimir's offering on Mariano. All right. I'm gonna have to look back down here in a couple of minutes and see how this one goes.
I guess he is against the Doom, and until he has Helm of the Overlord, it doesn't really matter, right? Like, he'll just get his creep devoured every single time.
Yeah, that is true.
So until he has Helm of the Overlord, it's not that great. Bottom lane, looking to dive Gardic here. Infinity trying to get on the... No way, he gets this TP out. It is going to just be a shackle right out from Pamplona, and will eventually bring down the Ogre Magi. It takes a little bit. Tanky little dragon he is.
Yeah, right back to work. Bringing out this tier 1 tower here in the bottom lane. Templar Assassin trying to push the mid at the same time, but hesitant to. You go too far forward, they can end up turning things around on you with a quick rupture, followed by like a tornado or a cold snap.
Yeah, looks like they will just grab this bottom tower, which is a pretty good play here for Infinity. They do definitely need to start taking away some of this map from this Magnus, as he is just farming so fast.
Yeah.
Top lane, Tornado looks like off the mark, but it will protect the tower, which is important.
I mean, his catapult's going to lay in tower into, I think, almost deny range. If it doesn't get it there. Yeah, it's actually going to put it into deny range now. I'm not sure they'll end up taking it, though.
Ooh, they find the Doom. Boundless Strike into a Doom. Ravage does come through, but the level 4 Scorched Earth, there's no way this Invoker makes it out right. He pops those Phase Boots, but a sick Shackle there from Pamplona. It's going to be enough, I think. Invoker,
yeah,
last tick. 55 HP thanks to the Quas regen, and now Genic trying to run away here on the Monkey King. I don't think it's going to happen, sir. Power shot comes through. What a save by Pamplona here.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say Prada as well, that Ravage coming in, the body block from the Doom, giving him just enough distance to get away from that Scorched Earth, ended up being pretty important. Phase Boots did end up getting activated, but if he had the Phase Boots right away, as soon as he came down for that Ravage, I think he would have been able to finish off the Invoker, but Invoker ends up making away. Doom is on cooldown, and they going to find themselves a couple of kills, but they're not closing this net worth gap at all. Still 3K now for the side of the Radiant.
So in fact, it's increasing. The TA and the Magnus just completely uncontested farm so far, up to 6,300 each. You know, EMP mid lane, Guts, I don't think he really cares all that much. He's just going to farm these creep wave up.
Yeah.
He just denies everything in PP's face as well. Oh, goodness.
Yeah. And before long, they're going to be ready to take a team fight. I think the only thing they're waiting on is this Desolator.
Oh,
that and
Monkey King,
Blink
Shackle. The focus fire. He's just going to get the D ward before dying. He knows that everything is up there for that, so gets at least something for his trouble.
Well enough. If you weren't so damn dead, I'd shoot you again.
And Lane Tornado comes out. They're trying to pressure this mid-tier 1 with that death on the Monkey King, but I'm not sure how much damage you can do. Put the tower instead.
Find Gardic here on the high ground. Cold Snap. Easy rundown for them. So they'll take down another Ogre Magi. Yuma. It's a nice pullback on Mario. Forced to pop that roar right away. Almost managed to take down the Beastmaster. Vitali trying to close the gap, but slowed down for the moment. Taking a lot of damage there. There's no trap to the north. Ever, the question is, can they get him? Oh yeah, Yuma just jumps forward, chops him down. Meanwhile, Guts grab the kill onto that Tidehunter. So nice defense.
2 is the heroes, yeah. Made a little bit too far forward. PP still continuing to push his luck. I mean, they
got the Monkey King on a power shot right into a shackle. Really sick play. All right, Pamplona is owning so far this game. Genic will survive though. Never mind. Gets caught by another power shot, and this one RP into Doom. You will grab the Invoker this time. Yuma needs to be a little bit careful here as he gets ruptured up for the moment, but Vitali here just doing so much damage. Shockwave from downtown grabs the kill as well. So a 2-for-1 exchange.
Yeah. And that's what I was worried about is they went onto that Monkey King there. They're so close to the tower. The Blink Dagger just came up on the Magnus and he had RP available, so does end up getting punished that. They commit the RP and Doom, but they've got nothing to worry about with both Invoker and Bloodseeker dead. These heroes by themselves, they don't do enough damage. No Helm of the Dominator on Mariano. He's essentially just an aura bot with his Vladimir's Offering and his Inner Beast.
And Tidehunter, obviously being a 5-position Tide, does not have a blink, so you don't have to worry about this hero getting into this fight at any moment. Ogre Magi taking a little bit of harassment here in the mid lane. There's Spirit Vessel. I knew it was coming out eventually, and give me a super dead Ogre. Nice Sunstrike.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work towards his Apex Mage hair.
I know. Dude, I have so many like hats I want to like level up Arcana progress for. And so, ooh, Boundless Strike into a skewer back. Roar does come out once again from Mariano. Big Ravage from the Tidehunter and holding this Magnus down in place. They end up finding the kill, but Tornado, that's going to find the Secura. A one-shot from Guts with a DD rune. Vitali ruptured up, just TP's back. He's going to be fine. Like PP getting hunted here by a Monkey King in the trees, but Guts turning his attention to the mid lane tier 1 tower, grabs that one with ease.
And then goes right into Roshan. Still gets half the duration of this double damage rune. He's gonna opt to go for the double. I feel like, okay, it ended up being the right play. They don't know that he's in here. They didn't scout it out because he was still sitting there inside his meld.
And pretty sick. Ogre to tank, and boy, Roshan, -4 armor. That's pretty good. He helps out with that one as they grab themselves the first Rosh of the game. Pretty typical stuff when it comes to Templar Assassin. Yeah, bottom lane, they find Genic underneath the ward. Spirit Vessel is there. Yuma playing on the outskirts of this, trying to see if he can find a skewer onto PP, but instead will just make his way back to the tier 2 tower. And 6K gold lead for Hokori despite a dead even kill score.
I mean, they're just farming the map so much more efficiently. We talked about how good Yuma is on this position 1 Magnus, Templar Assassin. I mean, has it been like min-maxing a farm the moment she left the lane? Invoker is just not able to keep up. Almost 4,000 net worth ahead of the enemy mid-hero.
Yeah, she's about to have a Blink Dagger as well, so it's going to be that much easier for her to find these kills on these heroes. Yuma, they're starting to collapse on a bottom. Tornado, EMP, doesn't get the skewer off. Beautiful Shackle, Rupture as well. So Yuma will finally go down, punished for staying down here in this bottom lane. And they're going to turn their attention to tier 2 towers. So Black will come through to clear up that creep wave. Top, they're going to do the exact same here on Infinity. But both towers should end up falling here.
Yeah. Guts, Mr. Gene's gonna make quick work of this tier 2. In fact, even quicker work than all those heroes down here underneath the Vladimir's offering in the inner beast. They managed to take it faster.
So he's actually just going Solar Crest. Did you see that? On Mariano?
Yeah. Interesting. He's just not going to go for... I mean, they paved this Beastmaster into the Doom. That's the thing. But he's just not going to go for Helm of the Overlord at all. I mean, maybe if he sees him go for the -8 seconds Scorched Earth cooldown, maybe he'll go back for the Helm of the Overlord. But until then, it doesn't look like he wants to go for it. Otherwise, he's just feeding Doom gold.
Yeah. Speaking of Doom, Midas helping him generate a lot of gold as he is second on the net worth chart now.
We love money around here.
Yes, indeed. Yoink. BKB, the next item after the Blink Dagger. It's pretty much all standard stuff for the Doom. This is like pretty much the cookie cutter build you see from this hero. Some people like to go the BKB before the Blink. I think the last few times I played Doom, that's what I ended up doing. But in this game, they're just farming.
And do need these BKBs pretty badly. Deal with a lot of these heroes. Invoker is a massive nuisance. Yuma is still pretty far away from his.
Smoked up here in the mid lane. Infinity, they think they know they're on the other side of the river as they're just going right onto this creep wave. Genic might scout them out. Guts grabs himself an arcane rune. I actually have no idea where they are.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like a spread out fight like this.
Does it scout Dad? I don't think it does.
I think a spread out fight like this one does benefit Infinity. 100 Ravage.
Genic's gonna find it now. He's in some trouble though. Boundless Strike onto the backside, jumps up onto a tree, but gets cut by Pamplona. But in comes Guts. He does a lot of damage. Mariano with the immediate roar. Focusfire will take down the Monkey King, but you gotta find a way out of this as Invoker's been caught by the Doom. He gets dropped, no problem at all. You lose the Beastmaster as well. Pamplona trying to TP out, but Yuma there to chop him down. 3 dead on the side of Infinity, despite a quick pick off onto that Monkey King, and it's just the damage difference, right?
Yeah, they found that Invoker on the backline super quickly as well, so there's no disengage after that, and Prada just not sure what to do, whether or not he should commit that Ravage, and forced to just walk away from the team fight. He feels like he can't really get into these fights without the Blink Dagger, but that's like kind of the disadvantage of playing the position 5 tied, right?
It really is. Like, you don't get an early Blink pretty much ever. Sometimes
you can't
never
get onto
even
your
pick
ally.
it up. Like,
yeah, the fights end up getting so spread out that he's not able to get on top of his, like on top of the enemies when they jump his allies. The Ravage just isn't able to connect.
And all 3 cores on the side of Hokori have Blink Daggers. You got Monkey King with Primal Spring, so it's not like it's an easy... You're not going to see them grouped up ever. They're always like jumping in, finding different heroes type of thing. Genic scouting Mariano here. Boundless Strike does come through. Guts with the Metal Strike right on the money. Slowed up thanks to the Primal Spring. And yeah, Guts really starting to pull away with this game right now.
Yeah, almost 14,000 net worth right now. Invoker at 8,400. There's such an overwhelming advantage here in net worth. I mean, right now, Invoker, he's working towards Cataclysm. He's got Aghanim Scepter queued up. I mean, they need more damage right now. That's a long short of it. If they can get like a super sick Cataclysm Ravage with the Blink Dagger being finished on Prada, they might be able to take these team fights. But right now, it just feels like they're not able to finish anybody off, and it's about to get so much harder. BKB completed on the Templar Assassin, and going to be completed here in a couple seconds on Yuma. Just being played out to him now.
Yeah.
And on Doom. Okay. 3 BKBs coming out at the same time. It is go time for Hokori.
I mean, it feels like it's always been go time for Hokori, despite like a massive amount of farming they've done this game. Like, they're always trying to make plays. Time. Yeah.
Oh man,
triple BKB is going to be very difficult to deal with, and
it's triple BKB and Blink, so they can all get on top of you with BKBs immediately.
Well, they actually smoke up on the side of Infinity here. Bloodseeker, if he gets scouted, is in a lot of trouble. We'll see Genic bouncing back and forth between these trees, and a ward on the backside, scouting pretty much the entire lineup of Hokori. The other side of the tree line here, they want to try and go in. They know exactly where they are thanks to that power shot. A lot of traps here.
I mean, they are concerned about getting roared still. If Templar Assassin starts hitting the tower, a roar could come out, then it'll be followed up by a Ravage. You could disable long enough that you do get just get 100 to 0. So TA is hesitant to just sit on top of the tower for that reason, up until she has an Aegis. But Roshan not going to respawn for another minute and 45 seconds here. I think it's the only thing that stopped their tier 2 tower from going down. Infinity playing this one pretty careful.
Oh, they're jumping in. They find Mariano, root him in place, and just a couple auto attacks from Guts is more than enough. And then just 3 quick auto attacks. They find the Wind Ranger as well. It's all falling apart. A triple kill for Guts. Level 20 on the Templar Assassin at 22 minutes.
Yeah, no need to commit the RP. No need to commit the Doom for that one either. They just take out 3 heroes. Invoker and Bloodseeker are both still standing, but it feels like they've got no way to fight into them. Coming apart at the seams here.
The thing is, like, that play all starts by Yuma pushing that top lane, forcing someone to TP back. Like, they force the Invoker to TP back to try and defend, and they just get caught off guard in the mid lane, thinking that there's no way Hokori is, like, here ready to fight. But they're just so fast around the map with their Blink Daggers. They've got Skewer, they've got Primal Spring. They're all bloodlusted, basically. Like,
yeah,
they're just everywhere.
Feels like, yeah, never feels like they're able to keep up with farm. They just don't have the heroes for it. I mean, Bloodseeker is kind of fast with the Maelstrom, but Invoker is significantly slower than the Templar Assassin. Both teams are going to smoke up. It feels like they're just reading this perfectly. I know exactly what Hokori's up to.
Ravage gets popped right away, but they just walk away.
He gets nothing.
No, he gets tipped is what he gets. Vitaly's gonna drop the Doom onto the Bloodseeker. He is getting shredded by Pamplona here and is just dead. A lot of damage coming his way, but Yuma not quite done. Roar on the backside will hold down the Magnus, but they managed to hold the Invoker in place long enough for Guts to just chew right through him. RP, who needs it? 3 heroes dead on the side of Infinity, but Yuna continuing the chase here. Blink in 1, it's available. Will they RP him? They don't even need it. They got a Yules here to set this one up. Couple auto attacks from the TA. Ultra kill for Guts. This is the Guts show, man. 11-0-2.
Yeah, the only person he's missing right now is Pamplona. He's going to try to push out the bottom wave. I mean, all you're doing is delaying the inevitable here. The net worth lead just gets further and further to the side of Hokori. And, like, they're desperate to try to catch any of these heroes out, but very clearly you can feel like Product's not able to get his hands onto anybody. He really badly needs his Blink Dagger in order to actually connect some of these Ravages. Otherwise, they blink him with the BKBs. And his Ravage is absolutely useless. That time, he's like so desperate to try and get anything that didn't connect with anybody.
All right, Genic is being such a nuisance. Just scouting Wind Ranger in the trees. He's got a Yules to set this one up. And don't mind big old Vitaly here on the Doom, trying to chase him down. Wait a minute.
Gets vision with that one.
PP here on the Invoker as well. Beautiful Shackle onto the Doom. Genic. Old Snap, Spirit's Vessel on the mark. Boundless Strike to help finish off the kill. A 1-for-1, but Vitaly needs to be careful. He's got a BKB, but he just gets ruptured instead, and now Vitaly baited on the Doom and goes down.
Yep, can't pop the BKB there. TP still on cooldown, so he just ends up melting, and
yeah,
that's that. They managed to turn that around and find a couple of kills.
Definitely misplayed that a little bit on the Doom. As soon as Wind Ranger came down from the Yules, she just pops Wind Run. He should have just dropped the Ensnare immediately, because he, you know, instead of waiting. Oh,
yeah,
boy.
You want to spell the Wind Run the moment he comes down, and he's gone.
Yeah. That is a rough one. Oh. That's a dead hero.
Yeah, goodbye, Mariano. We did see him end up going for the -8-second scorch.
He's got a DD rune. I don't think he cares at all. He just pops the BKB, nearly destroys PP in the process. Question is, will he be able to finish him off? He's trying.
Get my boy home.
Okay, he's not going to make the chase. Meanwhile, Pamplona just gets destroyed off of a side blade in the mid lane. Yuma setting that one up. Roshan respawn. We're surely going to see that go the way of Hokori here in a moment, I'm sure, if they want to go for it.
Yeah, Ogre Magi pinging that one out. Got it, because all right, guys. I know we're having fun. Eyes on the prize, though. We want to be able to close this game out. We did some silly stuff in the bottom lane just now, but we are looking to open this.
Shard is just so good on TA as well, giving her just that extra trap count, more vision, as well as the silence.
The silence, yeah.
Yeah, it's all
going to be
so
very
sick.
big against the Invoker.
But his fate will always
All right.
be to rise.
He's almost got a Daedalus completed as well. Yeah, I mean,
He's going to one-shot heroes with crits. Monkey King trying to scout something out.
Oh, Rupture comes out from Bloodseeker. They did a decent job at baiting which one's real, but he gets caught. The BKB's big Cataclysm. They take down 2. Guts, can he actually carry this fight though? Yuma comes in on the backside. RP doesn't end up finishing off anybody, but they will find the Tidehunter. Somehow it...
Last tick ends up finishing off the Bloodseeker. He doesn't manage to make it back into the base.
Oh, it's so close. It looked so good, man. This was like the best possible fight. A 4-hero Ravage into Cataclysm.
But he just didn't kill any of the cores. All these heroes are still so strong, and if you can't finish them off, then they end up turning the fight on you so quickly.
And it's just nothing left in the tank here for the side of Infinity. You've got a Roar, but Guts has a Lincoln's. I don't know what you can do here. He's just sitting on your high ground with an Aegis, just beating down your lane. Barracks gonna move his attention towards the top.
Your heroes are back up. Bloodseeker still need the 10 seconds for this. I mean, at the very least, not gonna be able to take bottom. Still got your tier 1 and 2 standing. But this game's so much harder all of a sudden when you're missing a Rax. Guts is gonna go back in. He's got 5 seconds until his BKB is off of cooldown. I mean, they've got Roar to work with, but I'm not sure.
They found the Invoker. Oh no, he went just a little bit too far forward, and Genic there, able to pick him off. 66 seconds, no buyback. Magnus tries to find Mariano there, gets him with a Roar. And ruptured up as well, but Yuma's protected by the rest of his team. Okay, well, meanwhile, he's just killing everyone else on his own. Pops the BKB, trying to stand his ground into the Bloodseeker. He will be able to find the kill, but Dad now, he's got the real raid boss, which is Guts. Genic pounds him into the ground with a Boundless Strike, and Mariano falls as well. Triple kill for Guts. The GG comes out, and Hokori. What a dominant performance here in these 2 games.
That, unfortunately, is going to be it for Infinity. As Corey take the series 2-0. Very convincing victory for them. And I gotta say, Yuma, Guts, Mr. Jeans, he looked incredible this series. This Templar Assassin, he farmed so quickly, man. I want to look at the player net worth. All right, the player net worth bugged out. Of course it is.
Not for me. Yeah, that is,
Really?
that is a very big slope of net worth going his way. That is very impressive. I mean, overall, it's just 16-0-5, an absolutely flawless game on the TA as expected. You're in the mid lane matchup against the Invoker. It's one of the absolute best picks. And yeah, what can you do? It's just Hokori, I think, with not only a stronger performance, but just an outdraft in this game as well.
I mean, the men played. I mean, I feel like Yuma set him up for success pretty hard. I mean, the guy's playing position 1, but he knows that he's not actually going to be the main carry when he's playing with the Templar Assassin on his team. And there were some issues with your draft again, I feel. Position 5 had to really struggle to do anything this game. The Bloodseeker, like, it's pretty good, but usually that's like a lane dominating hero, especially as a position 1. But Genic did such a good job at keeping him shut down. Him and the Doom just keeping Bloodseeker constantly at low HP. Not able to, I guess, run him down, take advantage of the blood rate, and spam that one out on him. They did an excellent job with their draft, and I don't know, the Beastmaster felt kind of awkward. I get what they were going for. They didn't end up going for that Humbly Overlord because they didn't want to give too much up to Doom, but Beastmaster felt incredibly underwhelming this game as well. I couldn't really feel the impact of your position 3.
Yeah, it was just a real sick performance all around. But before we call it a night, let's go ahead and take a look at our bracket. Has all of the fun that we've been watching here for the South America Phase 1. And as we can see, 2 series that we got to cover today, APU King of Kings versus Lava. Lava ended up advancing into Phase 2. And then, of course, we have the lower bracket, which is Hokori and Infinity. Infinity's going to be eliminated there. And tomorrow, we have the last 2 qualification games from both North America and from South America. So it's going to be an absolute blast. We're going to have those back to back. We'll see the last 2 teams that are going to be qualifying to the main event, which, yeah, should be hype.
Yeah, I'm very excited for that one. But congratulations again to Hokori for making it through today. And unfortunately, that is the end of Infinity's journey. I mean, both teams having to play with stand-ins today, them all of a sudden losing their position 1 on Infinity, I'm sure hit them quite a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Nev, any final thoughts before we say sayonara?
No, that's everything from me. I had a blast day as usual, Ricky.
Oh, of course.
Pleasure to work with, and I'm gonna get back to playing Pokemon Legends Arceus.
All right, I'm gonna go actually play Dota because I need to get this cavern done. But thank you all so much for tuning in, and shout out to Beyond the Summit for putting this tournament together. We will see you all tomorrow here, same place, same time, for the final day of Phase 1 here in America, or the Americas rather. And then we Phase 2 to look forward to after that. So have a wonderful night, everyone. We'll see you next time.